Peter Obi may have his own style of doing things. I have my own style. If you disagree with him, as I do at times, leave him to do his own thing, his own way. He is entitled to his freedoms. They are fundamental to him. If you don't like it, leave him, but not to threaten his life. How can a Peter Obi, which you know that I even quarrel with the way he does his own things, how can he pose a security threat to a state? And that reminds me, because Peter Obi has to even up his game, because the Benue State governor did almost the same thing. And Peter Obi kept quiet. And now this governor is, I'm just trying to force myself to be civil. Now this governor, again, is trying to do the same thing. So if you don't like the way he does his own things, he's entitled to it. For me, for instance, I like to do my philanthropic things, largely secret, because of my religious belief. Let your left not know what your right is doing. But somebody who is a politician may decide to do otherwise. That is his own entitlement. And you don't have the right to threaten his life. Now they are saying protocol, protocol. What do you mean by protocol? Do you need permission to go to any state? What protocol is it? Does Peter Obi appear to you as a man that can threaten anybody's life? Because he is saying that his security is not guaranteed. The primary duty of any government is to ensure the security and life of the people in your state, in your territory. And this is a governor that is rather threatening the lives of the people in his state, in his government. What a governor! As a constitutional and human rights lawyer, Section 41 is very clear that every citizen of Nigeria shall be entitled to move freely underline, throughout Nigeria, and to reside in any part thereof. And no citizen of Nigeria shall be expelled from Nigeria or denied entry thereto or exit therefrom. If you put it into context with Edo State, it simply means no citizen of Nigeria can be expelled from Edo State or denied entry into Edo State or exit therefrom. And every citizen of Nigeria has the right to move freely in Edo State. So what the governor said is unconstitutional, it is illegal, it is irresponsible, and it's largely illiterate. Coupled with Section 39 that guarantees freedom of expression and Section 40 that guarantees freedom of association and assembly. This is a direct attack, threat, intimidation of opposition leaders. Recall that Adams Oshomole blocked airports. Even the Minister of Aviation noted that what he did was wrong, yet nobody threatened him. Nobody locked him up. If it were an opposition leader, he would have been in jail cooling off before anything is said and done. But whenever you come to APC, your sins are forgiven. And look at an innocent citizen, just because he's an opposition leader, he's been threatened, his life being threatened, that he should not step into Edo State by a governor that is INEC produced, figure challenged, pinchomic and petite, and largely illiterate, like I said. From where I come from, when you kill even a madman, that's when you know that he has a brother. If a strand of hair falls from Peter Obi, because this is a direct attack and threat to his life. Remember, the governor made it clear. He said his security can no longer be guaranteed. He used the word never, if he does not take permission from him. Let me ask Monday Okpebholo, does it mean that when he finishes as a governor, before he travels to any state in Nigeria, he would have to seek the permission of all the governors?
Okay.
Does it mean that 200 million Nigerians, before they step into Edo State, they would have to seek permission from the governor?
Okay.
And in the case of AMPP versus the IGP, the law has even been made clear that you don't even need permission, even when you want to embark on a protest. And I'm talking about peaceful protest.
Okay.
If you don't need permission when you want to embark on a protest, how can a governor be talking about permission to visit a state?
Okay.
That is in bad taste.
Okonkwo,
that is offensive.
These are the questions.
I reject it with everything that is within me. You know, that is why Julius Caesar said, in Julius Caesar, he said, let me have men about me that are fat, sleek-headed men, such as Monday Okpebholo, who has a lean and hungry look. They think too much of themselves. He says such men are dangerous.
Okay, Mr. Kenneth Okonkwo, let me step in at this point. I'm sure even if you go to his office, you won't even see him. Okay,
he's so petite and so pinchomic.
Mr. Kenneth Okonkwo, let's maintain a level of, decorum. We were having a very intellectual exchange. Let's maintain it at that level. Let's talk about the philanthropic aspect.
What decorum has the governor maintained by threatening the life of a Nigerian citizen?
I understand.
What decorum by saying that he said he doesn't give shishi and that he's giving 15 million? What decorum?
I totally understand.
I don't maintain decorum to people who do not deserve it. If that governor does not apologize, I will be on his case.
Have you heard of a name of somebody called Mr. Jared Tenebe? Mr. Jared Tenebe is the chairman of APC in Edo State. There's a video making the rounds. In fact, he said the governor, Okpebholo, was right to have threatened, to have threatened Mr. Peter Obi because of a deep-rooted hatred towards him. Those are the words of Mr. Jared Tenebe. In fact, the words of Mr. Jared Tenebe, and there's a video already circulating, were even stronger than the words of the governor.
I was referring to Section 37 and Section 41 of the Criminal Code, which talks about threats, particularly in this particular instance, spoken threats, and the fact that it relates to life. But what remedy do you think that Mr. Peter Obi can seek? What should Mr. Peter Obi do, for example? Should he report to the Inspector General of Police? Should he dare Okpebholo and go to that same Edo State again to show courage? What will you recommend to him?
I must have to tell you that part of the reason I got very upset, like Vimbai pointed out, is because I understood that this man has immunity and there is a limitation to what you can do. So the only choice I have is to state my mind the way that it pained my heart, because there is really little anybody can do to a man that is enjoying immunity. Police can only investigate, but they cannot prosecute him. And I am telling you, if he stays there for 4 years, before that time, tempers would have cooled, and there is nothing practically you can do about it. It's a criminal offense, no doubt, to threaten the life of any citizen. But unfortunately, he's enjoying immunity, and there is little we can do about it, except to pour our venom the way that we have seen it. They believe that they can assault and insult Peter Obi and get away with it. That's what it shows. It does not show any other thing. And that is why I say my brother should step up. And if anybody gives you one, give the person 10. Especially when he's a sitting governor, because you don't have any other remedy whatsoever.
So he's not a virulence personified kind of person, like you will have known. Maybe that's why he will not give them 10 in return. In all of this, he's not said much.
If the governor has come out to say that he was quoted out of context, instead of apologizing, he's trying to make excuses. Even though the excuses are not strong enough, they are not sufficient to make up for his gross violation of the constitutional rights of Peter Obi, at least he made an excuse. Now, if the governor can come out to say he was quoted out of context, what about the Edo State APC chairman? Was this also quoted out of context?
I'm also sure that anybody who tries to stand on to smoke that person out. Well, since morning while the primaries were going on, there's been a lot of criticism all over the press about the statement that Governor made yesterday when he was receiving one of the remaining of PDP section, where he said that Peter Obi had to take permission before that. And I think the governor was right in saying that because we are also saying that the governor can say that because of the kind of hatred that people have for Peter Obi in the state, including me. And when you have people, so many of us that have so hatred for people like that, especially when he came for Edo State and people died. It is proper for him to tell the governor before he will come, so that people like us will be sent on errand out of Edo before he can come and possibly go. I'm sure that's the reason why the governor did that. That's why I think the governor made that statement, and it's correct. And we support him in whatever he's saying. So whatever anybody is saying, they're just saying rubbish. And I also want to send a message to people who call themselves APC in the state, that they should be very careful, because we only have PDP remaining, not APC. So if you want to identify with APC, you have to do Edo for us. That is my message to all of them.
I know what I am saying. Peter Obi, in fact, obedience, Nigerians, we must take action. Bordering on locus, not all of us have the locus to take action. Because I see some of you argue that we must not wait for Peter Obi. The threat was not made against the people of Edo State. The threat was made against Peter Obi. So, as far as the threat is concerned, only Peter Obi has locus. And I am calling on Peter Obi, please take action. You have 5 options available to you, 5 constitutionally guaranteed options that you must explore. If not, you go from bad to worse and to worst. It didn't start with Edo State, remember. The governor of Benue tried a similar thing. And because it went unanswered, it has emboldened the governor of Edo. Who knows who will be emboldened the more if you, Peter Obi, fail to take action now? This is a golden opportunity to quench and to shut impunity down once and for all as we move towards 2027. This is my heartfelt appeal to you. The rigging has started. This is a psychological game they are playing to strike fear into the hearts of Nigerian voters. This is part of the plan to ramp up voter apathy so that people get scared and don't come out to vote. There are different ways to rig an election, and somebody like Tinubu and the APC, they know this very, very well. I will say it again until I hear that you have taken action. This is part of pre-election rigging, unraveling right before our very eyes. It calls for urgent action. I am happy that there is a lot of backlash on social media, but that is not going to be good enough to undo the effect, the psychological effect of these actions in the hearts and minds of Nigerians. They must see that you're putting up a fight against impunity. So please, take action. You have 5 options. In fact, from the speech made by the Edo State APC chairman, the option of approaching INEC is now even stronger. Stronger because they have committed electoral offense. They should be made to face the full wrath of the law as far as electoral offense are concerned. The governor and the Edo State APC chairman should be banned and punished to the fullest extent of the prescribed punishment for the electoral offense that they have committed. This is an electoral offense. All 5 options must be explored, starting with going to court to get an order enforcing your fundamental human right, even claiming damages if need be. Starting with that, it must be done. It must be done. The excuse that the governor is given through his press secretary that he was misquoted does not even cut it, because the video evidence is there for you to tender in court. Please, don't joke with that step. Take that step now. Approach the court. Enforce your fundamental rights. Approach the Code of Conduct Tribunal. Bring this matter before them. Possibly, we can have Okpebholo disqualified for a second term. It will serve as a deterrence to others and strike confidence in the hearts of Nigerians to come out massively in 2027. Write to DSS a petition attaching the evidence. Write to the Nigerian police. Yes, do these things. Don't wave it off with a wave of the hand. Don't. It has serious and grave implications for 2027. I have mentioned it before. We'll continue to mention it. And of course, let's not forget, approach in writing the Edo State House of Assembly, bringing this matter to their attention and calling on them to rise up to their duty to defend the oath, the constitution they swore to uphold, and begin impeachment proceedings against the Edo State governor. If we try, we may win. But if we don't, then we have already failed. You have absolutely nothing to lose if you try these 5 options, Peter Obi. We need it if indeed we want to take back our country, Nigeria, from the hands of those that have that are trying to strangle it. Don't joke with these 5 actions, though. Don't. Because like Kenneth Okonkwo said, it didn't start today. It will not end with this unless we take action. I want to use this opportunity to remind you again that 2027, the only thing that will make the elections to matter is if it is free and fair. And I also want to remind you that, check it, the signs are there. Tinubu is not planning for free and fair elections. We are losing time for electoral reforms. Critical stakeholders in the Nigerian society are not putting their weight behind electoral reforms. We are not seeing pastors or imams or even babalawos put their weight behind electoral reforms. We are not seeing celebrities. We are not seeing billionaire business people, the Dangotes of this world, the Otedolas, the Elumelus. We are not hearing them throw their weight behind electoral reforms. We are not seeing traditional rulers. We are not even seeing opposition politicians throwing their weight fully behind the electoral reforms. Meanwhile, we are losing time. Shout out to efforts that are made by people like Randy Peters and Dele Farotimi and others. But we are losing time. So, in addition to whatever effort anybody will put to call for electoral reforms, if by some miracle we even get it, the chances are slim, but not impossible. I say here categorically that there is need for us to have people-powered solutions that will guarantee that the elections of 2027 is free, fair, and credible. And it starts with Project Ego. Details are in the description. Let's not waste time. The battle has begun. Every step from now along the way must be taken to guarantee tactical victory for each fight. We must not let this slide. I maintain it very, very strongly.